Welcome to the Weekly Roar, coming live from the Lion's Den, helping new managers become great leaders and awesome bosses. And now, here's your host, Greg Storch.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the Lion's Den. This is the Weekly Roar. It's great to have you back this week in the Lion's Den. Today, I'm getting back to my standard Weekly Roar format by speaking about a topic that's near and dear to me. I speak about this quite often, and it's something that I've been working on for quite some time now. I'm going to talk to you about how to surround yourself with the right people, because this is super important if you want to be successful at what you're doing and if you want to continue growing as a person. Successful, growth-minded people are choosy about who they spend time with, and today I'm going to share some ways in which you can do the same. But before we jump into all of that, allow me to introduce myself. I'm Greg Storch, owner of Lion Enterprise, host of the Weekly Roar, and the founder of a worldwide barter coaching program called The Helping Hand. I'm a certified professional leadership coach and a certified leadership speaker and trainer. Oh, and as a friendly reminder, you can find all of my video resources on my website at lion-enterprise.com. Just look for the Lion's Pride Library and you can check them all out. Okay, everyone, let's talk about this inner circle thing, or maybe you refer to it as your tribe. Let me ask you this. Do you feel like you're being dragged down by the people around you? Do they make you doubt your abilities? Or maybe the people you hang out with always agree with your ideas and never seem to have new ones. Well, if you answered yes to any of those questions, then it's possible you're surrounded with people who aren't going to contribute to your growth or success. It was Jim Rohn who said, "You're the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with." So why wouldn't we want to spend more time with people who will lift us up and inspire us to be better? No matter what we call the people we spend most of our time with, our inner circle or our tribe, it's important that we're intentional about it. We should be with the people who raise the bar on our thinking. Now, if you look around you and you don't find many or any of these people, then it's most likely because you haven't been seeking them out and intentionally spending more time with them. When I choose the people I spend my time with, I tend to use 2 criteria. So I want to share them with you today as a way to help you start molding your own inner circle in a way that is more conducive to your personal growth. Now, the first one is the most important one of the 2 for me. I look for whether or not there's an alignment in our values. Is there a values match? What I do is I invest my time observing the qualities I think the person best demonstrates and lives by. They could be fun or compassionate or brutally honest. Maybe they're a master negotiator and manipulator, or maybe they're easygoing and laid back, or they're assertive and competitive. Maybe they're generous or self-serving, very loyal, or very demanding. Maybe they're both. Once I identify that, I think about how that person shows up in my life, the decisions they make, what they say, how they respond to certain situations, or what they choose to do with their time. All of these things leave clues about their values. Well, then I think about what's important to me, how I choose to live my life, and what brings me joy and satisfaction. And I also remind myself that values can show up differently for each person. My values might include family relationships, a positive attitude, health and wellness or service to others. But I might express those things different from others in my inner circle. But here's what you got to understand. If the underlying value is the same, then it will be easy to see that in others. So when you look at those in your tribe, ask yourself if they reflect the values you believe to be important to you, living your best life. If you don't, it's time to ask yourself why. Surrounding ourselves with people who don't share our same values is probably the easiest way for us to abandon any chances of living the life we want to live. The reason why I think this is the biggest criteria for me is because when we're in misalignment with our values, we know it, don't we? You could feel it in your body. You know it in your head. And we're all experts at rationalizing why, why it's okay, why we're wrong, why we don't deserve what we really want. See, that's the beauty and power of the human brain. We can get it to rationalize anything, including relationships that destroy our sense of well being and they get in the way of our own personal growth and success. Now, admittedly, this is a tough one to work on. That's why I said we have to be intentional about this when it comes to those we surround ourselves with. It really matters. So, the first criteria I use is values. Now, here's the second thing I use to help me determine where I should be spending my time. I call it gravitas. Do you know what that is? Gravitas is a term that can be used to describe someone who has dignity and strength. They have a seriousness about them and a sense of responsibility and commitment to what they do. It's a great quality to find in someone when you want to have people around you who can help you grow and support your dreams. These are the people who might have greater skill or cognitive ability, more experience or talent in an area that you're working on in order to improve and grow. Not only are they better than you in those areas, but they're also confident enough that they won't tear you down to make themselves look or feel better. Yeah, of course, being the smartest person in the room feeds our ego like a juicy cheeseburger, but is not conducive to our growth. The CEO of Vision Quest, Richard Terendi, says, if you're the smartest person in the room, you're in the wrong room. One of the best ways to improve on anything is have it modeled and practice it with someone who's better than you. You know, I really suck at yoga, but because I value health and wellness, I strive to get better at it. One of the people that I spend a lot of time with is a yoga instructor. She spent time away from here in India to study with some of the world's best. And while she can bend herself into a pretzel, and I'm stiff as a board, I'm getting better and better to the point where I listen and follow her. Yes, I have to work harder, think faster, and learn more fundamentals. I sweat and have sore muscles, but I can see myself improving, and eventually I might even be good enough to teach someone else a thing or two. So, that whole idea of playing with someone better than you translates really nicely to your personal and career successes too. And that's why it's important to surround yourself with people who are winners. Now, for me, I know that when I spend time with winners, thought leaders, entrepreneurs, and like-minded people, I feel inspired by them. I get invigorated and filled with new ideas. So those are the two criteria that I use. But now it's time for you to size up your own tribe and start taking intentional action. So, what do you do? Well, first, I recommend that you start by letting go of the energy vampires, as I like to call them. Those are the negative Nellies of the world. It's time to say goodbye to them. We all have people in our lives, whether it's at home, in the neighborhood, at work, whatever, that have constant turmoil or serious drama in their lives. Those are the ones who will never manage to elevate themselves. See, the danger is that the saying that misery loves company is true. They can't help but try to bring you down right along with them. You know, life's hard enough. We don't always win, and there will always be obstacles and naysayers in our path to success. The way to counteract those energy vamps is to surround yourself with others who you can share your fears and doubts with. Friends and mentors that not only listen, but also cheer you on to be the best you can be. They're the ones on the sidelines always encouraging us to get back in there and do better. They share their positive energy and they help propel us forward. So find and focus on relationships with those who can share their wins and positive vibes and help you realize that you can do the same. Life's just too short for the negativity. Now, the second thing we can do is find the people who are smarter than we are and invest our time with them. It's common for people to underestimate the importance of the company they keep. We need people, whether they're teachers or mentors or family or trusted friends who challenge us and push us to be better. The right circle of influence raises the bar, helping us to set new and loftier expectations of ourselves. Now, oftentimes, we don't know what we are capable of until we see what others can achieve. When we surround ourselves with positive, successful people, they consciously and sometimes unconsciously challenge us to be our best selves. So start small. There's no need to go fire everyone in your tribe and start all over again. But these are the two groups of people that I would start with. Limit your time or completely stop hanging around those who are constantly negative. Their perspectives are always slanted towards the negative instead of the positive. They don't know how to get to the sunny side of the street. Get intentional about spending more time with those who are better than you so they can help you to become better. Success breeds success. So find those who align to your values, are interested in supporting you, cheer you on, and positively contribute to your growth. If you're doing the same thing year after year and nothing is changing for you, you might want to start looking at your inner circle. Do you have mentors? Those are the ones who have walked the journey you want to walk. They've reached the goals you've set financially or business wise, maybe spiritually, or whatever aspect of your life that you're reaching for. They know the struggles and they can advise you with pure feedback. Mentors understand your destination, know what it takes to get there, and will correct course if needed. What about builders? We need people that build us up, not tear us down. People that motivate us and help us maintain hope for the future. Builders help us strengthen our self-confidence and our self-awareness. They aren't afraid to criticize us to keep us sharp. Those are the people who keep it real. And of course, connectors. Are you surrounded with connectors? If not, you need to change that. Connectors are people that want to connect, and they are crucial in your inner circle. See, the ability to meet other people can help advance our goals and dreams, and it's tied to the presence of connectors in our inner circle. It's important you recruit connectors into your inner circle. Connectors get to know you and then instantly work to connect you with others who share similar interests and goals with you. It was Oprah Winfrey who said, surround yourself with people who are only going to lift you higher. When it comes to our tribes, our inner circles, we can do just that by surrounding ourselves and collaborating with the right people who truly value us. By ensuring each new commitment helps us grow personally or professionally, and by selecting new opportunities that align with our self-identity or personal mission. It's time that we surround ourselves with people who have great and ambitious plans, meaningful and life-transforming purposes, and big winning targets and dreams. That should be a goal in itself. Even if the winning goals are different from our own, and they probably will be, we will end up feeding off their energy, and they will also feed off of ours. You're the CEO of your life. You have the power to create your own world. Decide today to create the kind of inner circle that will help you drive towards achieving all your winning targets and reach your dreams with ease. So remember this. You were born to thrive and grow and win in life. If you want to become your best self, then I challenge you to review, rethink, and revisit your friends in real life and on social media, and find the right people and the right media content that will actually help you get to where you're trying to go. All right, that does it for today. All I can say is that I'm glad you're in my tribe. Thank you for inspiring me to keep growing and sharing. I hope that I'm contributing to you the same way that you are contributing to me. And if you want to keep running to the roar, then just join me again next week. All you have to do is come on back to the Lion's Den next Wednesday at 11 a.m. Eastern Time. Thanks for supporting me and watching the Weekly Roar today. I appreciate you. And until we meet again next Wednesday, remember, be powerful, but stay poised just like a lion. Bye, everybody.
Thanks for watching the Weekly Roar live event at lionenterprise.com. If you enjoyed this video, please tell others to join us each week here in the Lion's Den. Thanks again, and see you next week.